Somehow, somewhere along the way, we've forgotten something incredibly obvious and something that's possible for all of us. It may come as a shock, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You can always generate more money. The belief that money is limited holds an enormous amount of entrepreneurs back. Look, I get students all the time and I see a lot of people online being held back from doing things like hiring someone to help them with something that they need help with, simply because they think they are capable of doing it themselves and they wanna save money. Well, do you wanna know something that you will never get back once you spend it? It will literally never replenish itself, no matter how much you might want it to. And that is time. The 5 hours a week that you spend doing a task that can be completed by somebody else at a low cost is 5 hours a week that you will never get back. That's 20 hours a month that you're losing. 20 hours you could have been spending doing higher level CEO work. 240 hours a year that you're spending because you don't want to spend the money, the one resource that you can make back. Uploading videos, creating thumbnails, reviewing your editor's video work, sending things out. If you're doing any of these things to save money, how are you ever going to build a business that makes money? Sure, doing it might save yourself money, but your job is to make money. I get it. Hiring is terrifying. It was one of the scariest decisions I've ever had to make, and you're probably scared for the same reasons. I get it. What about rent? What about my family? I'm not ready to make this type of investment yet. My revenue isn't consistent enough. About 99% of entrepreneurs who do hire have this fear. The small percent that choose to not let the fear dictate their decisions are the ones that make it to the next level. So let me explain something to you. This is a concept that comes from my mentor, Jim Fortin. What most people do, and if you're not getting the results you want, you're probably operating from the model have, do, be, where you're saying, I want to be the $1 million business owner. So then you say, well, I only have a certain amount of money in my bank account. I only have a certain amount of time in the day. I only have a certain amount of whatever, but I do need to start taking actions. So you start taking actions based on what you have, based on your circumstances. So you start taking these actions. The problem is that these actions you're taking aren't the actions you need to get you to $1 million business. So no matter how hard you try, you're constantly in a circle and in a hamster wheel operating from your circumstances. If you want to get to the next level, you have to be the $1 million business owner first. How do they think? What do they act? Do they hire people? Do they not hire people? Guess what? When you operate and you are the $1 million business owner first, now your actions start to change. Now the actions you're taking reflect the actions of $1 million business owner. And guess what? That's what allows you to have the $1 million business. Let me put this into perspective. If you're trying to save 5 hours a week and do your own content, that's 20 hours a month. You could outsource that for $3 an hour. Even if you outsourced it for $10 or even $20 an hour, if it was $20 an hour, that cost you $400 a month. If you spent 20 hours just on sales, just on marketing, even if you had to walk door to door, you would make more than $400 that month. You are losing money right now and slowing your growth because you're trying to do everything yourself, especially your content.